Posting a video of yourself online is terrifying and no one talks about it enough. So what can we do about it? Well, the first step to overcome this fear is to actually acknowledge the fear that's staring you right in the face. So why are we afraid to put ourselves online? Why are we afraid to have people watch us, people that we know and complete strangers? So we are afraid of being judged. We're afraid of being judged not only by our friends, not only by our family, but also from people we do not know. And it's just a fact. We are all afraid of that. We are also afraid of feeling exposed or feeling vulnerable. And that's a natural feeling. You're putting yourself out there. You're sharing your thoughts and ideas with the world. And you have no control how people will react to that. People could treat you with kindness or they could treat you with utter contempt. You really have no control over that. So there's also an element of lack of control that helps to fuel that fear that's already naturally there inside you. And we also have to acknowledge that we worry about all of the little things that seem really big to ourselves. So I've been guilty of this as well. We worry about our voice. Something that I worried about. It's one of the limiting beliefs that I had that stopped me from actually putting content out there, was because who's going to listen to me? Who's going to listen to my voice? Who's going to listen to this Scottish dude on YouTube? I'm not American. I've been told by a college lecturer in the past that I had a boring monotone voice and that I should never do any voice work. So that stuff sticks with you. And there's lots of people out there as well who just don't like the sound of our own voice, and that's completely normal. I think it would be abnormal if you loved the sound of your voice. Many people find that when they record a video or they record audio and they're then editing it or they're looking back over it, they're like, oh my gosh, do I sound like that? Is that how I sound? And maybe it is. Sometimes when you're recording, it will pick you up slightly differently, but we're just not used to hearing our voice unless it's, coming from us as we're speaking. So we all worry about that. It's totally normal. We also worry about our face. We're like, are people gonna say I'm ugly? Are people gonna comment on my face? It's just one of those things. We're all self-conscious about these things. And we can also worry about silly things like our setup, like my setup right now. It's one of the things that stopped me from putting content out there. Was I was like, well, I don't really have an interesting setup. You see everyone on YouTube with all these fancy like lights in the background and plants and all this stuff. Maybe they've got wood on the walls and different things. Like, why should that stop you putting content out there? But it said we have to first acknowledge that we have these fears, okay? So we have to be like, right, this is what's stopping me from putting myself out there, from being seen online. These are all the things, all of the limiting beliefs, because that's what they are. They're limiting beliefs. It's not something that you can't overcome. You can overcome all of this because I've essentially felt all of these fears and I've been able to overcome that and actually get myself to the point where I'm able to put content out there. So I was and still am uncomfortable being on camera. It's just the way it is. Like, everybody feels this, if you're at a wedding, or you're like at some sort of event and there's like a photographer or maybe someone like pulls their phone out and is like, oh, let's get a picture, like smile, we all end up, we change like in our head. We go from being comfortable, from being relaxed, and we change and we kind of stiffen up, and we're now aware that we're being watched. There's eyeballs on us and this picture is going to be taken or this video is going to be taken, and that moment is going to be immortalized. It's going to be able to be seen potentially by thousands of people if someone else puts it online, and we have no control over that. So it's a common thing whenever anybody brings out a camera, or even if you set up a camera and sit in front of it, you're going to clam up a bit. You're going to feel uncomfortable. And that, again, is totally normal. It's totally normal. You have to push past that discomfort in order to become comfortable within the discomfort. So the first time that I actually put myself on camera, it wasn't on this channel. So this is my second channel. I started my first YouTube channel like 6 months ago. It's a travel-based channel. And the very first time I put myself on camera for that channel, I actually openly stated that it was weird. I openly stated that it felt strange. It was just odd, you know, and it was going to take time to get used to being on camera. I actually leaned into the fact that I was uncomfortable, and I didn't do this because it was like some trick that I'd learned, you know, just lean into the discomfort. It just came naturally. It was just me being me and just trying to share what was going on in my mind with, you know, the viewers. And then again, that's weird because you're just talking to this camera, this inanimate object, but you have to kind of like make up in your head that you're talking to people or like talking to a friend. It's another good tip, is to pretend that the camera is your friend. So yeah, I just openly stated that, and it was funny because it actually got a positive response. Like, it encouraged engagement. I actually got engagement from fellow YouTubers, people kind of within my niche who related to that, who said, you're going to feel uncomfortable, you know, it's going to get better over time with practice. And at this point, I knew that 100% because I'd already filmed, we went on a big road trip around Europe, and I'd already filmed the whole series. We filmed every single day. So that's a good piece of advice as well. If you want to get comfortable being on camera, just film every single day. You don't have to post it. Just film yourself talking to the camera. Just make a point of taking 10 minutes out of your day to just set up the camera, hit record, or you don't even need to hit record. Just pretend you're recording. Just talk to the camera and you'll get used to it. And that was the case. When that comment landed, I was like, you know, I really love this comment, but I totally get it. Like, I've already done it. You know, I know now that you just takes time, takes reps to get used to it. So yeah, that was really interesting. This fear that we all have, it's completely normal. Completely normal. You're not odd for feeling afraid to be on camera and feeling afraid to put yourself online. It's completely normal, and there's a good reason for it. It's part of our old wiring, okay? We've evolved essentially. Our body has evolved over time to detect that being visible, being seen by others is a threat, okay? It's much more safer for us to hide in the shadows. There's no predators that are going to see us if we hide in the shadows. Nobody bad out there is going to get us. And obviously back in the day, you're thinking, you know, that would have been like actual predators out there who see us as prey and want to do bad things to us. Nowadays, we've sort of survived our physical threats. Now it's more mental threats, it's social threats, it's being seen online by keyboard gangsters, you know, who are going to say something nasty about you in the comments, or being seen online by your friends or your family, and they're going to make a little comment, a little jib at you, you know, like to kind of bring you down a little bit. We're afraid of that, and that is totally normal. So in order to actually move forward, we've now acknowledged the fear, we've acknowledged what's holding us back, we understand why we feel this way and it's completely normal. How do we actually take steps to move forward and progress? So it's a mindset shift. We have to reframe this whole thing. You're not trying to impress. You're trying to express. Okay, so get that in your head. I am not trying to impress people. I'm trying to express something from within. I'm trying to put that out there. I'm not looking to make people laugh. I'm not looking to like entertain people. I'm not looking to get rated out of 10. Like, how well did I do? No. You're just trying to express yourself. And this is really helped by just focusing on helping one person. Just one person. That's where this tip of pretending that the camera is your friend. Imagine that you're just talking to a friend right now. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just imagining that you're my friend, okay? And I'm just chatting to you, and I'm just focusing on helping you. I'm not focusing on impressing thousands of people, okay? It's all about helping you. And that is going to help you get over that fear, get over that hurdle, and put yourself out there and be online. So the tips that actually helped me get past all of these fears that I've had that's stopped me from actually pursuing the dream, pursuing actually growing the audience that I want and building up that dream lifestyle. The first tip is to actually just practice on private or unlisted videos. So if you don't know what I mean by that, when you go to post a video on YouTube and once it's uploaded and processed, you essentially have an option to make it public. So it's going to go out to the general public, anyone can see it. You can make it unlisted, which means it's not public, but it's still on your channel. It's still visible to anybody who has the link, the URL to that video, they can see it. So if you made a video unlisted and you shared the link with one person, they could go and share that link to like a subreddit or some, share it on social media, and like all those people with the link can view it, but the general public can't see it. And you can also make your video private, which just means it's private. So it's on YouTube, you can watch it on YouTube, but only you can watch it, nobody else. So it's a really good practice to actually get used to the whole process of making a video, uploading it to YouTube. But if you're still worried about people judging you, you're still thinking, you still feel like, well, you know what, I want to practice, but I'm not quite there yet. You can do this. You can just make videos and make them private, make them unlisted. And the great thing is that when you're actually confident and you then look back and you're like, what was I being afraid of? This is silly. These videos, like there's no difference to these videos now than the videos I'm making, like the videos before and the videos I'm making now. Like I've gotten over these fears. You can just make them public, so it's fantastic. It's a great tip. The other tip that helped me is to watch your videos back with curiosity, okay? Be curious. Don't criticize yourself too much. Don't be overly critical. Watch with curiosity, okay? Watch back and see, where could I make some improvements, but also acknowledge the things that you're doing well, okay? Lean into your curiosity. Don't be so critical. Don't feed those fears, okay? Let's look for the positives in the videos that you're creating. And the last tip that really helped me was to not seek validation. So don't make a video and then share it with your friends and family in order for them to say, great job, that's amazing, keep going, because that doesn't always happen. And even with your audience, if you start to grow an audience and you start to get views, don't expect them to fuel you and fuel your motivation. Your motivation should come from the fact that you are progressing. So don't seek validation, seek growth. You want to be growing, you want to be progressing, you want to be creating the next video and the next video and make each video slightly better than the one before. And if you do that 10 times, do that 100 times, you're going to be in a much better position with that 100th video than you are when you started. And you're going to feel a lot better about it too. So your voice might shake, your lighting might suck, but someone out there needs your message, and they need it right now as it is, not when it's all perfect and polished. They need you right now in your raw, rough, flawed state, okay? So don't wait to be fearless to actually begin. The fear dissolves the moment you start, okay? That fear dissolves after you've actually begun, okay? You can't just wait for the fear to go before starting. You have to actually do it, and then the fear will crumble away. So if you're ready to get over your fear, you're going to need to know how to get views on YouTube. So if you want to know how to do that, click this video here, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.